Welcome to 90 Day Fiance.
Three-way.
Replay.
Pew, 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 pew,
All
pew,
right.
pew, pew.
Episode 14. She's a snake in the grass. How's it going?
Who's a snake in the grass?
Ooh, I like that title.
Yeah.
It's good. Good on this end.
Also good.
Nice. Should we talk about the snake right now?
Yeah, who is a snake?
Yeah.
Oh,
who is a
yeah.
snake? Wait, who's a
Natalie.
snake?
Natalie.
Wait, why is she a
Natalie.
snake in the grass? I totally forgot already.
Because...
That's what Trish called her.
Mm-hmm.
And she said she accuses her of like, as soon as she gets the green card, she's going to bounce. That's what she thinks. That's why she's a snake in the grass.
She's a scammer.
Wait, do you think she is a scammer?
I don't think so. I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I also don't think so.
Do
Because
you
if she
think
was,
so?
she would just like, I don't think so. Because I mean, if she was, wouldn't she just like do everything that Mike says until she gets her green card?
Did she get her green card?
I don't know. I mean, they just got married, right?
No. Hasn't it been like
It's
2
like
years?
Christmas at this point.
Did they
Wait,
get
how long
married?
did it take to get a green card?
I don't know.
Yes.
No, I
Well,
don't think so.
Yeah, they got married before pandemic.
yeah. I don't know.
Like maybe now, but like,
Wait.
I mean, on the season, like that we're watching
Right.
now.
No. Because Trish said as soon as she gets her green card, she'll leave.
Yeah.
Okay, so it starts off with Mike trying to call her, and then she doesn't answer. She's ignoring him. And then I was like, Mike, come on. He texts her, and he's like, oh, walking in a beautiful park, thinking about you. I hope you're doing okay after our argument and all. I miss you, or some crap like that. And I'm like, what?
Could you say that to someone after you just told her that you hate her, basically?
And all those things that you had all pent up, and you said, like, you don't love me, you don't care about me, this person who you feel doesn't love you or want to be with you, and now you're like, hey, I'm thinking about you. I hope everything's all right after I know it was really rough the other night. What?
Yeah. That was always his problem. Like, he's too wishy-washy. He can't like just make a decision about like what's going on. It always goes back and forth. Like, just break up.
Yeah. Is he saving face for us?
Maybe. For his
For
next
us,
wife.
he's looking bad.
No, I know.
He's
But
looking stupid.
He called her after and said, hey, guys, I'm not actually a monster.
Yeah, he wants
Yeah.
the good for his next wife.
His fourth wife. How many wives is he in?
Now he's his
You're
second,
right.
I think.
How about when Trish was like, she doesn't even like you? When she said that, I'm like, wow, it's the truth, but she's just like said it flat out. She's like, you know what? She doesn't even like you.
But how much of that is like his mom just trying to really get him to break up with her? So she would just say all these like hurtful things.
I'm Team Trish on this one, though. I think all of that stuff is true, except that she's a scammer. I don't think she just came here for the green card. I think she's crazy enough. Natalie is crazy enough to actually have liked Mike at some point. But he does need to get the ball rolling on the divorce. He needs to do it now.
Like, how can you come back from all the stuff that she did and that went on between them? Like, there's really no fixing that, especially since like there's been no progression in terms of their communication or anything. It's always been the same. Like, there's no way they're going to be able to improve. And
How
it's
do you
even
come
worse
back from
now. What's that?
Or are you asking how do you come back from that? You don't.
Yeah,
come back from
exactly. I'm saying like it's even worse because now Natalie has Juliana.
that. Oh man, can we talk about creepy eyes for a sec? Like,
Yeah.
the googly
do.
eyes she's making to big boobs is really, I don't know how much of this is editing, but it's freaking me out. They play all this like suspenseful music when she's like looking at her too.
And doing the close up on like the hand holding and the like laying on each other. I was like, is this like a weird Russian
Yeah, I feel like we're being
drama? I
baited
don't
to
know.
be like they're in a lesbian relationship.
Yes.
She's leaving Mike for a woman. And that's
Is
why
this,
they keep like doing they zoom in or like they focus on the I love yous.
I'm like, this is genius. Natalie, you know how she said she wanted to be an actress? I'm like, what if she came up with this storyline? She's like, okay, here's the new storyline. Okay, Juliana, are you with me? All right. We're going to have like some weird sexual chemistry. Okay. And, I'm going to leave Mike and we're going to play this out. All right. I don't
No.
know. It's just really weird.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
Also, when you say how will they recover from this, I'm like, oh man, all these couples, we have seen them go down a terrible path, and each time they get back together, and they're still together now. Look at Asuelu and Kalani. I'm like, oh my god, how
Yeah,
could
but
they?
those two seem like they're stronger than ever at this point.
Yes, but I mean, there have been points in like every one of these relationships where you're like, how can they come back from this? But that's relationships, man. It's crazy, terrible things, and you come back somehow. Life is long, guys. Life is long.
Take the L, get a divorce.
Life is long. So, will they come back? I think they might because Mike is so wishy-washy. I don't know.
Come
But
back?
yeah, maybe.
No, I'm waiting for the divorce episode so she can star on The Single Life.
Yeah, that's true. Is that happening? Is that confirmed? Is that true?
Says the
Spoiler
rumor
alert.
mills. Says the rumor mills that she's in filming with TLC on that one.
You mean to say Juliana and her didn't end up together?
Maybe she's just the quirky best friend of the new storyline.
Yeah.
Also,
Let's write this movie.
Natalie's dating others.
Oh man, this is like the sequel to our movie, guys. It's part 3 of the trilogy.
Oh, she's like Kathy Bates in Misery. That's what she reminds me of.
Who,
Do you
the
get
friend?
that vibe? No, Natalie.
Never seen it.
Me either.
You haven't seen it? Oh. Okay,
Is it
never
good?
mind then. It is good. It's a great movie. And it's really
Okay.
it's really creepy too. But yeah.
Ooh. All right, I'm gonna write that down. I'll check it out. All right, so and then Nat goes over to his house with the luggage, and then she opens the door, and there's Mike, and then that's like the end of their section right there. And then we see that next episode, they're gonna do some chit-chatting, kind of, which is more of the same. I do love you, but I don't love you. Look at the way you treat me. I do love you, but I don't.
Pretty good.
Thank you. Okay. And all right, who do you guys want to move on to? Let's do Asuelu and Kalani.
Okay, so
Shots fired. Shots fired.
yeah. So this episode we see Asuelu in the beginning. He goes to pick up his mom and his sister, right? And then he is telling them that they need to be on their best behavior. He doesn't want any bad attitude coming from them, you know? And it's kind of awkward when he first goes into their house because he doesn't really know how to like talk to his mom and his sister. Like they're kind of standoffish. But he's just like, oh, no, well, I hope for the best. I'm gonna put it in my car and we're gonna go. Spend Christmas with my family. And then so next we see them at the dinner table at Kalani and Asuelu's house, and Tammy's immediately making like remarks about, oh, what a nice house. How could you afford this house? You must have a lot of money. So they're sitting at the dinner table, and then they're having a decent meal. Tammy ignores Kalani outright, doesn't really say anything to her, and then Asuelu's mom immediately just brings up money again and asks for money right at the table.
Oh my God.
In front of everybody, no shame.
No
Doesn't care.
shame. No shame whatsoever. How can that is so bad? Okay,
It's so
continue.
awkward too, yeah. And then they immediately start kind of arguing about it, doing have like a little bit of a back and forth. And then I think Tammy's pushing for Asuelu to give them money, but the way that they speak about it is like they don't really say how much you want. They don't say that it's equal. Like I really don't know. Like I can't judge whether it's fair or not. You know what I mean? Like
In what
who's how
situation would it be fair?
like are all the kids contributing an equal amount to the mom? Is it all split up? Like it's all equal? And I feel like if you have 9 kids, like it's not gonna be that much to donate, right? And then I also can understand from all the other point Asuelu made was like, if I give you all this money and you're just giving it away to the pastor, just like when we were growing up and we were still poor, like I don't want that to happen. It's like he has his own kids to feed, you know what I mean? How would you feel if like parents are asking for money and then they just give it away to the for blessings?
For to be looked favorably.
to or what if like you give them money and they act like they're rich in front of other people? How does that make you feel?
Oh my God.
Like they got hella money.
Yeah, that's it's pretty bad. I mean, one, it's pretty tacky. It almost seemed like one of the reasons why she wanted to go see Asuelu was specifically to ask him in person, give me money. It wasn't like all of the stuff she was saying, like, I want to go see the grandkids. I want to see you. I want to see. It was like all moot at that point when you brought that up. Because it was like she was there for a specific reason.
Yeah, she couldn't even hold it in. Like
She
she couldn't
couldn't.
wait.
They sat down and like had 2 bites and she was like, I need money.
Why? I'm with Asuelu on this. I would want to pull my hair out. He's like, you were giving all of our money to the pastor and we were just eating rice and taro. We were so poor. We had nothing to eat and you're just giving it all to the church. That's like it's like the church taking advantage of not very smart people. Or like people who are really buying into I don't know. Okay. I'm like, this is my church bias. I don't know. But it's like you're literally starving and you're giving all your money to the church and they're taking it. That's messed up. Like, listen, you have 6 kids. Okay, we appreciate some of this money. Thank you. We'll just take some of it, but take the rest. Save it for your kids. No, they're just
God needs it.
Yeah, that's so messed up.
God needs the money.
They'll be blessed in the afterlife. That's when they'll be rich.
All that money is like retirement, like putting in money away for your retirement so that when you like go to heaven, you cash out.
It's an investment.
It's an investment in heaven.
This is all earthly stuff. This is nothing compared to what you will experience in the afterlife.
How will God know you're serious if you didn't
eat taro now. So in heaven you can eat
ambrosia. Ambrosia.
And what's funny is that Kalani's dad wasn't even really saying much. He only came out at the end. I was like, is he going to say anything? He's probably like, I'm just going to let this play out. I'm not getting involved in this. I'm curious what's going to happen.
Yeah.
He wanted kids to throw down. That's why.
Yeah. He's leaving it to them. I think his war days are over. He's like one of those retired warriors, the old ones. He's done fighting. But yeah, so after that, Asuelu decides, let's do the white elephant to change the subject and, get it on some happier memories. And then Kalani points out that Tammy and Asuelu's mom's demeanor totally changed when they find out they're getting presents. But they were just like joke presents anyway, though. They weren't like real presents. So I don't know if that really matters. But anyway, and then their whole like thing just totally blows up because the last gift that Asuelu gives to Kalani is it's a very, I don't know, like a passive aggressive kind of a gift. He gives her like a baby blanket because he wants to have another baby. And Kalani in her right mind is like, this is a private conversation that we should have, just me and you. You shouldn't be like pressuring me to have a baby in front of everyone. And then Asuelu just it doesn't really understand what's going on. So he's like, but I want a baby. Right. And then and then Asuelu's mom like jumps in and she's like, if you like, like look at me, I'm okay. I have 9 kids. And in Samoa, I'm sorry, Samoa,
Samoa.
if the Samoa, the woman obeys the husband and gives him lots of kids. So you need to do that. So then it's kind of this like complex kind of like cross argument because then they're pressuring Kalani to get pregnant, and then Kolini is stepping in and they're getting mad at Kolini, and then Asuelu's getting mad at them, even though they're kind of trying to persuade Kalani to do what he wants. So it's just kind of like all totally blows up in everybody's face. And then it kind of just ends with like Asuelu manhandling his mom and his sister and kicking them out. Like physically kicking them out. Like they were at a club and they were misbehaving and he just picked them up and threw them outside.
It was the only way to deal with that.
It was it? I mean,
Yeah.
I guess
I would have
like,
yanked them by the hair and like dragged them out.
yeah, I mean, Tammy was about to throw down, so that was good. But I mean, he didn't have to manhandle his mom.
Of course he did. Did you hear all the crazy things she was saying?
That's true, but it seemed a little bit rough to me. I don't know.
No, that was appropriate.
And then the last thing Asuelu's mom says is, we don't like you anymore.
We don't want you. We don't want
We
you
don't like you
anymore.
anymore. No.
Is that what? Are you Filipino now? What happened? Thought you were from Samoa.
And yeah. What do you guys think about that?
That escalated super fast.
You did. Yeah. Well, but don't most arguments escalate fast?
Right, especially when it touches on something that's already sensitive.
Yeah.
They don't even like each other, so that's another one. Yeah, when the mob got super mad. Oh, okay, what happened? Like Asuelu was telling his sister, like, be civil, or something. And then his mom was like, shut up. And that's when she got really mad. She's just like, yo, shut up. We are trying to help you. Shut up. And then that's when he got up and tackled his sister and everything. And I was like, why is Asuelu so stupid? Why is he so stupid?
Why did he bring his family there when he knows they don't get along and they're about to fight?
Why did he give the damn baby blanket that like started everything? That baby blanket. Because his mom did seem like she was trying to defend him. And his sister was too, in a way, like probably not really. She probably saw that got under Kalini's skin. But, she was like fighting for Asuelu and the mom was too. And then the mom was probably super confused. Maybe because she's all like, yeah, like you have a lot of kids. You listen to your husband. That's what we do in Samoa. Like, yeah, that's what you do. And then so she's like over here telling Kalani, like, you have to do that. You have to listen to your husband. And all of a sudden her son is yelling at the sister to be quiet and be civil. And then she's telling him, like, shut up. We're trying to help you. Hey, shut up. Right? I don't know. I'm kind of seeing the mom side here. And then he started to get all freaked out, and then then had to tackle people.
So who would you say is who's on the right end? Like who has the moral high ground?
I would say the mom and Tammy.
That's crazy. You're crazy.
Asuelu's stupid. He gave that baby blanket, and like that was right away. Kalani was mad. Like he gave that to her, and like right away, she was like, "This is something we discuss in private." And Tammy, she's always looking for trouble, so she like just picked that up. That oh, this is a sore spot. Yes, I'm going to, create that wedge between Kalani and Asuelu. I'm going to step on this and rip open this wound. And then the mom was just like, yeah, have more kids. That's what we do. So yeah, I'm with them on this. No?
No, absolutely not. I won't even touch this.
You don't think that Asuelu is dumb?
Yes, of course he's dumb, but he should have just said he should have like apologized and like made it stop.
But he didn't.
Yeah, but it shouldn't have been a topic. He shouldn't have brought it up.
Yeah, that's why this started the whole thing. That's how the mom went all crazy.
Yeah,
Tammy
but like
too.
to say that the mom is in the right here because they're Samoan and that's what you do is weird.
Come on, sometimes bad people are good. Sometimes good people are bad.
I don't dispute that, but this is a
and
weird
sometimes people who are mostly wrong are right.
Well, I mean, you're saying like she was trying to defend Asuelu. That's why she's right. But not
Yes.
exactly. Okay. But not what she was actually saying.
And I mean, culturally, it probably is right. Right? Like culturally, that was right for her.
But wasn't
in Samoa?
Kalani
But they're not in
explicit
Samoa.
about not wanting another child? Like we just saw this an episode ago.
But she was just expressing how it is in Samoa.
But why butt in their personal conversation?
Come on, that's a mom.
No, but
when does a mom ever, unless...
Well, she could already see that there's a rift and you wanted to drive that wedge.
The mom, I don't know if the mom really noticed it that much. I think Tammy
Okay,
did.
how oblivious do you have to be that your wife is being super emotional just to be like, I don't care. This is what you do because this is what women listen to the men.
Don't you see how oblivious the mom is to everything that she's willing to ask for money and the entire dinner table?
Like, yeah, but is that just because she's
oblivious.
oblivious doesn't mean she needs to be rude after?
When she was talking about it, I didn't think she was rude.
Okay, why would it be okay for them to voice
Sounds
their
like
opinion,
my mom.
and then for Kalini to say the exact opposite, but then she's deemed as rude?
Who's deemed as rude? Kalini?
Yeah.
Because culturally, right, Kalini's younger and she shouldn't be talking to her elders like that.
But that's stupid. This is America, so one culture is right and the other is not.
Well, they're all supposed to be Samoa, even though like they're American, but you're not going to consider this older lady to understand American culture. But
I don't know.
These Samoan Americans should understand the Samoan culture.
I wholeheartedly disagree.
I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying like that this
I don't
is a
think
situation.
that to say that the mom is right is right.
The mom is right.
She's absolutely not. This is that toxic relationship with parents that like puts people in mental institutions.
Whose side are you on, Will?
I'm not really sure like what side what sides
what
you're
the sides
talking
are.
about. What are the sides?
What are the sides? I was just disagreeing with her. I don't have a side either. But I was like, no, what you're saying is weird. No.
Well, I mean, so you're saying culturally, like that's just how mom is, and she's expressing herself. That's I mean, that's what she did. That's fine, but that doesn't mean what she's saying is not. I don't agree with what she's saying. Like, Kalani should be forced to have a baby if she doesn't want to, but put a baby in her body.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. Yes, it's true. But like it escalated because then what? Like then Tammy got involved because I think Tammy was aware. I don't think that she was clueless about it the way I think the mom was, like culturally, And then that's how like it kind of escalated because then Tammy started talking and then Kalini started talking and then she's like, "You disrespecting my mother? Don't talk to my mother like that." And then from there it just went crazy. And then the mom is like, "Well, I'm trying to help you. So shut up. Why are you fighting when there's a shut up now? I'm trying to help you." And then that's when it went crazy. You know what I mean?
No.
Because the mom didn't understand. The mom was like, "Why are you talking, Asuelu? Because we're helping you. Like,
because
why don't you just shut up?"
Read the room. It was an uncomfortable topic that could have been stopped by like, okay, we're moving on.
Yeah, Kalini and Asuelu should have done it.
Yeah. I mean, if the thing that annoys me specifically, like one thing is like if Tammy can talk, then Kalini can talk. Like, Tammy is such a hypocrite.
Right. That's true.
And nobody wants to see Tammy talk, but everybody wants to see Kalini talk. You know what I mean?
Of course. That's all we want to see.
Yeah, I don't want to hear Tammy
close
talk.
up.
She's crazy. She says crazy things.
But yeah, I mean, I guess it's pretty much it for them. We'll see what happens. In the next on, we see that Kalani and Asuelu hit another low point in their relationship, even though for the past how many episodes everything was going super good for them. We thought they were super stable, but I don't know. It's like peaks and valleys over here. So
And what was the low point? It was because he said he wanted to go back home to Samoa to help his mom.
He can go by himself.
yeah.
That is what I'd be saying. I'd be like, all right, go ahead, have fun. I'm
Didn't she
staying
enjoy
right
it?
here.
What about her other kids?
They're not on TV, bro.
It's like, you know, it's not a secret that we have the Filipino culture in us. It's like when you have relatives, like if your parents are back in the Philippines and you have like siblings that are in the Philippines, but you're in America, they expect you to send the money. You know what I mean? Like in your other siblings who are there, it's like, you're not making that much because you're in a third world country, right?
That's true. But I mean, are they all in Samoa? There's none of the Asuelu's only one in America.
Well, Tammy's in America.
Yeah.
I don't know about the rest. I
Do you
think they
think-
might be in Samoa.
Do you think it was weird when the mom was like, "I have 9 kids and look at me, I'm fine." I was like,
She's not fine.
Are you? Are
The
you?
lady
though?
is not fine.
Are you fine though?
My mother is crazy, so I'm used to living with someone similar to her with no boundaries, no no reading of the room, no logical sense. She's not fine, but in her mind, she does think she's fine. I really think she does. Okay. Oh my God. Let's move on to Jovi and Yara, guys.
The juicy Jovi and Yara.
Oh my God. Okay. So they're still in Miami. And Jovi's still saying that Yara's using Mila as an excuse to not focus on him. And then he's like talking to his mom. And he's like, yeah, I want to take her out for drinks. And his mom is like, no, you idiot. Don't do something you think is fun. Do something that would be nice for her. Okay, like go to a nice restaurant. And then the mom like realizes that, Jovi's being an asshole, basically, because he keeps calling Yara boring, saying that she's not the fun Yara anymore, and criticizing Yara all the time. So then Jovi listens and he's like, okay, Yara, let's go to a Russian restaurant. And she agrees. But Yara also says, like, at one point they're talking up next to the pool, and Yara says, like, I was never fun. You knew that I was always a grandma inside. So I don't know who's this fun Yara, fun party Yara that you're talking about. I was always a grandma. Which I can relate. Yes. Yeah. Just want to stay home sometimes. But we did see those pictures of Yara partying, so I don't know if she was always a grandma. So they go to the restaurant, the Russian restaurant. They have a good time. Yara's able to speak her language. Maybe she feels at home a little bit. And they get to some drinking. And when Jovi gets to some drinking, he gets really stupid. And he says, let's go to a strip club. Oh, because Yara says that she's like, oh, maybe I'll do a strip dance for you, Jovi. Maybe I'll do a strip dance. And he's like, yes, do it, please. And then she's like, you know what? Since you love strippers so much, why didn't you marry one? That's a good question. Why? Why didn't he?
Yeah. And he claimed that he never went to a strip club and then masturbated after. Think that's true?
Yeah,
No.
he probably slept with them.
Right. So maybe he didn't masturbate.
Yeah,
He's like,
so
I
it's
never.
probably 100% true. I believe that.
I'm sure he did some stuff in the private room in the back.
Yeah. In the champagne room.
Yeah.
Man, in this episode, he's looking so skeevy and disgusting. Like, ugh, Jovi. Like, ugh. Okay, anyway, he's like, it's just for fun. You just go there for fun. I see couples there all the time. Like, you just go there, like, the way you go to a casino or something. You just go for fun. Is this true?
Do you like the foreshadowing music as like they were having this conversation?
Oh, and then they replay it twice, like on
Yeah.
my they did, right? Okay,
It's so funny. I was just
I
laughing.
know. Because I was like, wait, was that a glitch? And I rewound it on
No.
my TV, and they did it twice.
They were setting it up because they knew that we knew what was going to happen.
That was hilarious. He was like, I'll just go with him to the strip club, and do what he wants to make him happy. And then what? It showed the strip club, and then it went, and went back again. Go with him to the strip club just to make him happy. Oh God. And then Jovi's like, yeah, let's do it, Yara. So you won't be such a boring mama anymore. You're not a
He needs to
boring
stop saying that
mama.
immediately.
Yeah, he's obsessed with like fun Yara, and he keeps bringing it up.
I don't ever remember Yara being like that fun though. She was always serious. Like she had like kind of, playful moments, but mostly she's serious. Did you say?
But I think he's alluding to when like they were traveling together, those years before. She's a mom now. She can't just like become a mom and then switch back and forth so easily.
Oh God. And then they get to the strip club, guys. And Yara, she's just saying that she feels really awkward. She's like, what do I do? Do I laugh? Do I cry? Do I join him? I have no idea. What do I do? But she's playing along. There's a stripper's dancing. Jovi's like showing her how to make it rain, showing her how to put the dollar in there. And he also tells her like, we'll just go. He's trying to be casual about it, but inside he's probably like super like, oh my God, we're gonna go to strip club. He's probably super excited, but he's like, but if you don't like it, we'll just leave. It's not a big deal. It's not a really, but in his head, he's like, yes, let's go. Let's go.
He
Strip
didn't
club,
even
strip
want
club,
to
strip
leave.
club. And then he's like, don't worry. Like in the cabin, he's like, don't worry. It's not a big deal. Yeah, we'll leave. I know. And then when Yara was like, all right, I'm done with this. Let's go home. I want to go. I want to leave. Did he leave, guys?
He stayed.
Yeah.
And Yara was being so nice about it. She asked him multiple times.
Very nicely before she slapped the hell out of him.
Because then he was all like, no, I want to stay. The fun is just getting started. And then that's when he blows the kiss to the stripper. Yara gets pissed and hits him and leaves.
He's so dumb. I think like in that moment when Yara was asking him multiple times to leave, and he's like, no, I want to stay. I'm having fun. It's like, what is going through your mind right now? Like, is this more important than your wife wanting to leave? And do you know how it looks right now? Like, you want to stay in a strip club, like forcing your wife to stay in a strip club because you're having fun. Like, it looks so bad.
I totally agree. Like, what is going through his mind? Can you tell me, like, how could you be like, no, like just straight up no? He didn't even offer her something like, okay, yeah. All right, you know what? How about I take you home and then I'll come back or something, anything to like show that he cared something for her. He just straight up said, no, I want to stay. I felt like that was really fucked up. Like, you don't even care about her. Do you even care about Yara? Or are you just really caring about yourself?
He's obsessed with fun. He wants to have fun. He's like, this is weird. We didn't even finish our drinks yet.
Mm-hmm.
Chug it.
Is
that really more important than like your wife wanting to leave? What's wrong with you?
But didn't you just think that he just absolutely didn't care what Yara was thinking? Like he just straight up just said no. Like, we're not leaving. No, I'm staying. I'm having fun.
Yeah, I mean, that was really weird when he did that. Like, what? How could you just be like, no, I'm staying? It's like, if they were boyfriend and girlfriend, that's like a breakupable kind of offense. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't even treat my friend like that. Because if you're taking your friend somewhere and they're like, oh, it's really weird for me. I feel awkward. I'd be like, oh, okay, come on, let's go. Like, you wouldn't even treat an acquaintance that way. Anyway, so then they go outside and they argue some more. And Jovi is still being really dumb because she's all like, I told you 1,000 times I was ready to go home. We had a good time. We looked at the woman. The woman looked good. Everything was great. And then Jovi's like, see, exactly. You thought the woman looked good too, right? Did you catch that?
Yes, he's insane. What a weirdo.
I was shooketh.
Yeah, he's crazy.
I don't know. Do you think he's just wanting to screw other people? Like he wants to have a threesome with Yara and some other girl, or what's going on? Because I'm really confused. How could the only thing he got from that whole thing that Yara said was, see, exactly, you thought she looked good too.
I don't think we're capable of explaining Jovi's behavior.
Yeah, I have no idea what he could possibly be thinking. He's not thinking. His penis is the one thinking, and nothing else is thinking.
He has a hot wife. Like, just go home and do her. Like, what's your problem? Go
He just
home and
likes
do your
being
wife.
out. He just likes going out, being out, staying out.
But okay, do you think he would still like, even if he didn't have like any friends around, if it was just him by himself, like at the strip club, like he would have fun?
Yeah, isn't that a frequent thing that he does? I'm pretty sure he has like a buy 10, get the 11th free card on dances.
So what do they like about, like, what? I don't understand. I'm confused.
Maybe he's a visual man. He likes spectating. Voyeurism is a thing.
Then he should have married a stripper then, I guess. So Yara was surprisingly calm, way more calm than I ever would be. She's like, did you want to have sex with her? Is that the thing? And then they kind of edited something, I think, at the end where it's like, F you. Did you guys hear that? Like at the end when they were getting into the car?
No.
But it was all chopped up. So it felt like it wasn't, it felt like a Einstein, no, not Einstein, a Frankenstein thing where they just added something at the end. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was the truth. Somebody said fuck you at the end. I'm not sure who it was. And that was it. They got in the car and left. But I feel like Yara is very mature. She's very mature for her age. She's putting up with all of this from Jovi.
She's a mother now.
Maybe, I guess. I don't know. Motherhood has not softened me up as much as it's softened Yara. So, okay, on the next song, we see Yara coming back and Gwen is asking, where is Jovi? And Yara's like very calm. She's not even mad. Like, she's not even crap talking Jovi the way I would be. Like, you know what your son did? You know what your son, like, he literally just stayed there in the strip club and all that, you know. I told him multiple times I want to leave, blah, blah. Nope, she just calmly said, he took me to the strip club and we fought and then he went somewhere. She's like playing with her baby. No cursing. No bad talking.
Well, we don't know that. You got a 10-second glimpse.
That's true. That's what it looked like from that very short clip. She was just very calm about the whole thing. And then Gwen says that in the beginning she was worried about Yara, but now she's worried about Jovi because he doesn't seem ready.
Well, he needs to.
It's true.
Married with a kid.
Yeah.
Yara's so patient.
Go back to Ukraine, girl.
You deserve better, Yara. Will Jovi learn? Will he learn, guys?
No, he won't.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he's going to change.
I'm voting for Yara for the next single life.
Oh. I mean, I want more for Yara, but at the same time, come on, she has a little child. It's all right, Yara. Just stick it out. Jovi's going to leave soon anyway. You just got to stick out for a month. And then he'll leave for 5 months and it'll be great.
Best 5 months of her life.
I know. It's like the worst month whenever he comes back. It's like the worst month. And he leaves. All right, let's move on. do Michael and Angela.
Michael and Angela. All right. So on this episode of The Golden Girls, Blanche goes and talks to her boyfriend, Michael, about his issues with fertility. So one of the ways that they're trying to solve this is for Michael to go consult with a fertility doctor to talk about his sperm count. So in order for them to get an accurate sperm count, Michael has to do the inevitable, and that is to jack off in a clear cup, guys. He's got to jack off in a clear cup. But he can't watch anything because porno is not good, and Angela won't allow it. So now he has to do it while Angela's cackling in the back. Can you imagine that? Your wife video chatting you while you're like jacking off in the cup.
And her
like,
cackling.
Yeah, and like, you want me to show you my boobs or my vajay?
Remember that chocolate?
Well, I guess that got him going.
Yeah, she said he made a lot of noise. More than any other time.
So I guess he really does not ejaculate when they're like phone sexing.
I guess, yeah.
If it's been a whole ass year.
Yeah. Is it in the actual rooms that you've seen, is it like lit up like that? Like
okay,
like dark?
Just for context. I don't go trolling around with analysis.
When you go to jerk off
in rooms, dark rooms.
I do work in fertility, so I am aware of what this couple is trying to go through. And so, no, not the rooms that I'm familiar with. I've never seen them decorated so nicely. But you usually get a TV to watch some like Pornhub. How advanced, right? So they used to just give them Playboy and like VHS tapes, but now you get streaming.
Can you see what they watch?
I once cleaned a room after a guy produced, and long story short, as I would go to turn off the TV to reset it for the next guy, it was like, I can't remember the proper term, but I basically saw two blondes in like mini skirts, and it says like sisters doing stuff. I was like, man, I cannot kink shame, man. If this is what it took to get you to where you needed to go, more power to you, sir.
Everybody knows that's fake anyway. They're not really sisters.
I mean, the fact that your search term is like sisters.
Okay, yeah, that's weird.
That's a little suspect.
Yeah.
Sus. So it's real sus. Because we do have a keyboard that you can type in like what you want to watch.
So do most guys know to like clear it out? Like to turn it off and clear it?
No, I once, the one time I walked in there after to clean the room, the video was still going. He like picked a really long video. So when I went in there, I was like, well, let's exit this out.
That's funny.
Yeah, so they do have quite the extensive selection. So you can watch whatever you want. But anyway, we digress. So the whole point of Michael trying to produce a sperm sample is for possible IVF treatment so that they can freeze a sperm and send it to America where Angela is. So do you think Angela will use the sperm?
No, they're never going to have a baby.
Right. And the fact that she drags like Skyla to the IVF doctor on the Nexon. What a weird. Would you do it, B? If your mom needed your eggs?
No. No.
I mean, would the clinic even actually like implant her if she really tried to do it?
Yeah. So there is no the reason why old people can't get pregnant is because their eggs are so old, but the uterus can stay receptive.
What if you go through menopause already?
Yeah, that's an egg issue, not a uterine issue. So you can give women medicines to prepare their uterus to be like the oldest woman I've ever gotten pregnant is like 56, 57.
Wow.
Obviously not her own eggs. Yeah, she gave birth to a healthy baby girl.
How could you have a child that old?
I
You may not
mean,
even live.
Well, that's not our place to question what people can and can't do.
To see them graduate from high school.
Yeah, I mean, Angela might be dead, but Michael's alive.
Yeah. I mean, how about that lady that you said was 56? Like, was
Well,
her husband
no, he was like in his
young?
60s.
Yeah.
They were old, they were an old couple, but they were so happy.
Okay. How about the talk with Michael and his wet dreams?
Oh,
Didn't he say he never experienced it or something?
he did, but it's not as frequent apparently.
As it should be, supposedly.
Yeah, what is a normal nocturnal emission rate?
I didn't even know that still happened to like grown
To adults.
men adults. Yeah. Does it?
I
Can you guys help me?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, right? I thought that only happened to like kids or I don't know.
Do you have nocturnal
teenagers.
emissions, William?
I have had them as an adult, yes, but it's only when like I've gone periods of time without releasing on my own.
Without controlled release.
Without controlled release.
Got
Then I'll
it.
have a nocturnal emission.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe that's why. But then you would think that Michael would have a lot because since he doesn't release himself, but then he says he only has a few or something. Anyway, interesting.
Well, she said it was individualized. The lady.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. Well,
Oh, okay.
more power to this couple to figure out what their fertility issues are. But in part 2 of Angela's story, we see her trying on new clothes. Girl, she's a size 11.
Wow, that's really good, actually.
Right? They showed her the
wow.
difference between a 22 and an 11. And that was a 50% decline in size, guys. She's a skinny ass bitch.
Mm-hmm. That is really good. She's still smoking, but you know, she lost that weight.
Yeah, she never thought she'd be an 11 since she was 11.
Mm-hmm.
She looked good in some of those outfits too.
Right? She was acting very flirty. She was really feeling herself.
Where were they? Were they at a dress barn? That's in my mind. They were at a dress barn.
What's a dress barn?
It was too nice for a dress barn.
You never seen a dress barn?
No.
That's a popular store. They have them here in California too.
Okay.
I thought they went out of business, but I guess
did they?
Dress barn? I don't know.
Dress barn. Yeah, and then but Michael also says that he's not going to stop his journey to be a father. He wants to be a father and he's not going to stop. So he's going to need to impregnate some Nigerian lady.
You think Angela's not going to sign off on that?
Well, he's going to have to do it secretly behind her back. She won't know.
Have some random lady be pregnant.
Yeah, and you know how they maybe like they have a whole like extended family and they'd be like, yes, this is my nephew. My nephew's son.
Man.
Yeah, they're never gonna have a kid.
No.
Yeah.
So we'll see on the next on what happens to Mackle and Blanche.
I wonder if they are going to be together in the long run. I can't really tell. This one's a hard one for me. What do you guys think?
They'll be together for as long as Michael needs to get to America.
But he might not get to marry. He was denied. His thing was denied, right?
I thought it was pending.
His interview. Okay, I'm not sure. I think they denied it the first time, and then they're doing something else now to try to get him in. Okay, so let's move on to Andre and Libby. Okay. So they meet up. Libby meets up with Chuck, her dad, for lunch. And basically Chuck is on their side saying that none of this is Andre's fault. He's been a blessing. He's been working his ass off, and he just thinks that the sisters are being jealous. And then we pan over to the sisters getting together, and they're like talking crap about Chuck and Andre and Libby.
Why are those snakes getting their own screen time? They're not part of the main cast.
They're trying to get their own show.
Yeah, talk about snakes in the grass.
Right?
Those are the snakes in the grass.
Good point.
Yeah.
They call them a team of scam artists. It's like your sister who's getting help from the dad, and all of you guys got help from your dad. All right, sure. They talk, who is it, Jen and stuff is saying like, or Becky, one of them is like, dad doesn't even call me anymore. He used to call me every day. Now he calls me like twice a month about listings, and that Chuck's money is all tied up with Andre. All of his money is tied up with Andre. And then they start talking about doing their own thing and having their own competing business.
More power to them. Snakes in the grass.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
They could have just done this from day one.
I know. Well, they were a family business and everything was fine until Andre came along.
Who is part of the family.
All right.
They're all really truly acting like he's not in this family.
Yeah, I mean, they could still all work together.
Well, but no, because Andre doesn't want to work with them. Remember? He's like, I don't want to work with any of them. I just want to work with Chuck.
Well, he doesn't want to work with any of them because they all treat him like shit.
Yeah.
But
I
don't
mean,
forget.
if like it's a possibility that they could work together if they were to like clean up their act on both sides.
You didn't comment on Andre's shirtless body.
Oh, I was going to go back to that. Yep. And we saw Andre washing dishes. I like
Andre
his dad
thirst trap,
bod.
OnlyFans thirst trap.
Right? Do you think they did that on purpose? Or like,
Of course
yes,
they did.
let's show
They're trying to
this.
promote the OnlyFans. That's the main
Yeah.
source of income for this family.
Yep. Looking good there. Looking good.
Look at your face.
I paused it. I rewound it.
You
Watched it
rewinded it a
again.
bunch.
Paused it. Played it.
You're so
Rewind.
stupid.
Pause. Play.
But in slow motion. Slow-mo.
Slow-mo,
mode.
slow-mo.
3x slow.
And then my husband walked out. It's not. It's just 90 days. It's research.
Yeah.
It's
I had to-
research.
I didn't hear what they said, so I had to rewind it 6 times. You know,
Yeah.
he speaks with a funny accent.
Right. Research is for the podcast. Okay. All right. And that was it with them. So, but then on the next episode, it should be interesting because they're having the cookout or whatever.
The throwdown's going to happen?
Yes. Because his stupid brother comes in. He's all like, call the cops. And then Andre said something that they bleeped out. And he's like, what? That's the kind of greeting I'm getting? And then Andre's like, you don't own this place anymore. Andre got a big old head now. He's like, you ain't top dog anymore. And they start throwing down.
It's a long time coming. I'm glad they need to throw down.
I'm glad that we're here.
And it looks like Andre's doing a good job. He's putting his muscles to use. Okay. And then let's do Ron and Tiffany. There's a lot in this episode, right, guys?
Yeah, there was.
It was action-packed. So they go to see a marriage counselor, which turns out to be Ron's uncle or something. And the uncle actually takes on Tiffany's side, kind of, in an interesting way. He looks at Ron. He's like, you need to clean that poop. You need to clean it. And Ronald is just like joking around. But when the uncle said that, he just became really quiet, you know. And he's like, you need to pay attention to the small things or it will destroy your marriage. And then Ronald says something like, okay, like I'm the husband, I'm the man of the house or something. And then the uncle's like, we're not going to argue about that. You are the dad. You are the head of the household. And your job as a head is to put your wife first and your family first. And I was like, yes, Wow, he really made a change on that. I wasn't sure where he was going with it, but all right. I like where he landed. Yes. At first I was like,
Yeah, I also didn't see that coming where he was like, you are the, I'm like, what kind of backwards thinking was like, is this 1999? Because I did not sign up for this mentality. And he was like, put your wife first. I was like, oh, I like the journey you put me on there, sir.
right. I like what you did because it also empowered Ron.
Yeah,
right?
it's true, like, right? It is. That's the good way to think about that. Because he was like,
genius.
you want to be the head of the household, and as the head, you have to take care of everyone underneath you. And I was like,
right,
yes, bitch, yes.
It got you. It got you real good.
I was a believer. I became a believer with Uncle after that.
Me too. Because then Tiffany could be like, that's right. You should put your wife first.
So good.
I would buy into that. I'd be like, all right, yeah. Call yourself the head. I don't care. As long as I come first.
Ron didn't want to be the head of the household after that.
Yes. And then the uncle says, Tiffany, you need to stop your criticizing. You need to boost the man's ego. Okay? Because this is how you're going to get him to do more. Okay, stop criticizing. What are your guys' thoughts on this as men?
That was an interesting take. Yeah, that was an interesting take on that.
I agree.
Yeah. Because all she did do with like the whole time that she's been there is like nag. But it's true, like Ron was like, you never recognize all the other things I did.
That's true. Yeah. And also like all she does is criticize, and the result is the same. You know what I mean? For how long? Like, you're going to need to change up your strategy, like at least to try and see if you can get a different result. Because right now you're just like hitting your head, doing the same thing over and over, and nothing is changing.
So then right now, Tiffany's like, okay, so on top of like working, supporting our whole family, taking care of our kids all by myself and doing all of that stuff, I have to cater to you and boost your ego so you can change a dirty diaper. Okay, on top of doing all the stuff, cleaning the house, cooking, making the meal, doing the laundry, managing all of this. And I'm here asking you to change a diaper and you feel butthurt. Your ego is criticized. But now I have to cater to your ego and add that to my list of jobs.
Mm-hmm. It's time for her to go back to America. Tiffany. Take the go back, girl.
Exactly.
Don't look
back. I mean, if you're trying to argue for like what's right or what's fair, like you could say that that's true. But in terms of like what's actually effective, like, do you actually want change or not?
I hear what you're saying. That's a tough pill to swallow.
Because the alternative is, you could if you were just to say like, I'm done, let's go. Like nobody would be mad at you. Everybody else, like most other people would be like, yeah, get the hell out of there, leave it. Mm-hmm. And that would be fair to say, like, go ahead, like bounce. But if you're trying to actually make it work, then I don't know, like you got to, it's either one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Like if I was her and I'd be like so annoyed. I'd be like, okay, this is really annoying. And then, so that was it. And then for Ron, it was like, he needs to step up. And then they leave the place and the shit hits the fan immediately. Right after they leave the uncle's place, just immediately goes downhill. Because then Ron is like, okay, so are you going to, do you think you'll be able to take this advice of stop criticizing and be supportive? And like, cause Ron, and also, sorry, Ron said he didn't feel like he got his side out. So he was somewhat disappointed, but then he said that to Tiffany, and then Tiffany's like, wait, what? Like, are you going to be able to help and step up? And Ron is like, okay, so you want a vacation, basically. You want a vacation. And that triggered Tiffany. She was like, oh my God. And then they went at it. And he's like, you don't even do shit on your own. Tiffany, your mom is there helping you. Your mom is there. And then she was like, I'm not going to take this. I'm not going to have you talk to me that way. And she grabbed her stuff and then she left. What did you guys think about this argument?
Well, the man of the house was trying to be manly.
What about when he said, so you want a vacation?
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's trying to belittle her.
Is that what that was?
I have no idea, but this guy's an idiot. Like, did you not hear anything your uncle just told you?
She should leave the kids with him and just go back to America and see what he does.
What? No way. I would never.
So you can see how it really is.
I would never.
Me either.
That idiot?
Wait, maybe for a
Absolutely
day,
not.
though. Maybe like 2 days. Okay, what about 2 days? Like just bounce for 2 days.
Or like have a deal where it's like, okay, you get the kids for 2 days while I hang out with your mom and like, you know,
Do a tour.
Yeah, just like, you know, kick it in South Africa for a bit.
Right. But for him to say stuff like your mom is always there helping you, like, really? Come on. You don't even send money for diapers.
What does he even do? Does he do anything?
I don't know, but the next one doesn't look good either because
It's our episode.
yeah, as you hear Ron saying, be quiet and know your place.
She's like, hell no. No, hell no. You can say that to me.
Right? I don't know. Like, is Ron actually like a really religious though? I forgot if we established this. Is he like a super religious dude?
Does that matter?
Because it just sounds so like something religious, or is this just like old school mentality? I don't know. Like women, because remember he was talking about the ribs and all of that. I'm like, you're really stuck onto this.
Dude, men will say anything to like make women feel like they're beneath them.
Okay, thank you.
I don't think it's the religion thing. I think it's an idiotic men thing.
Okay. I'm trying to figure this out. I don't quite know. Like, why would you say this kind of stuff? Like, be quiet, know your place. And
Maybe
then
she was talking hella shit. Maybe she didn't know her place.
Oh, this sounds like some red pill stuff. That sounds like straight up red pill movement.
Red pill movement? What is that?
Yeah. Remember like Fab Fit and Fun podcast or whatever, where like men think, you know, it's like 1950s basically. That right. Women have to be feminine. Men have to be really masculine. Don't show your feelings. Women should cater to their man and blah blah blah.
Well, that's
This
dumb.
is coming back. This movement is coming back now.
What?
Like the
I did not sign off on this.
Yeah.
I
It's coming
don't
back. It's
allow
really
it.
popular on YouTube now.
No. Banned.
Yes. So then Tiffany's like, okay, this marriage is over. And Ron seems to be done with it too, because he's like, yeah, pack your shit, leave. I'm done. Go ahead, go back to America.
Can't wait for the divorce episode. That last episode of the season should just be like, here's the list of guys who got divorced.
Yes. Okay, last but not least, let's do Brandon and Julia. They're in like their new apartment. They do a housewarming party. They invite his friends over. And then, you know, that friend Melanie comes over and it's super awkward. And Julia starts talking about how she wants to pole dance and then how she is ready to have a baby. And then this creates like a huge fight right in front of all the friends and everything. And Brandon's like, I am not having a kid right now. I am absolutely firm on this. And Julia's like, well, you know, if you're not making me happy, we have a problem. And then I also forgot that Julia is 27 years old. So I think she's actually older than Yara, but she acts very, very young. She acts like she's 16. Are you guys surprised that she's actually 27 years old?
I was actually surprised when I heard that. I thought she was younger.
Yeah, Yara is 25.
But it makes sense that she's ready to have like around that age, she's ready to have a kid. But like her personality, though, I don't think she's ready.
Oh, I just clicked on this Screen Rant article about 90 Day Fiance. Yara and Julia's age draw comparisons to their maturity.
Hmm. Right, right. If she was more mature at 27, I would say yes. That's not a bad age to start thinking about having kids. But considering that they did just get together, right? Like, hasn't it only been within a year that they have, or has it been 2 years? I don't know how long Julia has been working on the farm, but hasn't been that long.
You don't count the number of years they've been together while courtship?
Yeah, but they were apart.
Yeah, but they were together.
Yes, but apart. Like, you're not thoroughly enjoying each other, like seeing each other every single day, having your own place together, getting to know the ins and outs, right? Like actually living with someone.
Oh, man. So Jovi's super older compared to Yara.
How old is Jovi?
Isn't he like 30?
Yeah, I think he's 30. And Mike and Natalie are like, they're both 36, but I feel like they're like 40 something.
Mike is like close to 50, dude. He looks like he's gonna die every time he gets up.
So it's some long commutes,
Dude, yeah, I guess so. If I had to commute 3 hours to get to work, just kill me where I stand.
6 hours total.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
And then you come home to Natalie.
Yeah. Wait, do they take a boat to get to Squim?
Yeah, it looked like it, that they took a ferry. So I wonder if that cuts down the time,
Okay. Am I dumb for not knowing where that is? Is it an island?
Or maybe you could like take a ferry up. Maybe it's like up north or down south, and you could just take a ferry and cut down 2 hours.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So you can. It looks like, yeah, you can take a boat. And it would probably give you a shortcut.
Okay. And that's all, folks. That was action-packed. I liked it.
It was. Okay. Just real quick, just want to say thank you to everybody. Give us a 5-star review. We really appreciate it. If you haven't left a review, please do so on whatever podcast app you use. It really helps us keep creating the podcast. And I'll leave a link to the Patreon in our description. With that said, thank you, Dylan. Thank you, B. Anything else?
Thanks, everyone. Looking forward to that next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.